Okay, next video is they want to know the coordinates of the center and what is the radius. So if I look at this, I'm not subtracting or adding anything to x, so I know it's 0, which they all are 0. And then I'm subtracting 7, if I remember back to my formula, minus, I would change it to a positive 7. So now I know it's not F or G, okay? So now it's either H, J, or K. And then I look, 13 is my radius squared. So to figure out my radius, I would square root 13. And so then my answer would be H, okay? Don't forget to square root it, okay? A lot of people would put 13. But remember, it's radius squared, okay? All right, number 5. Number 5 is not too bad. It tells me the center and the radius, and it wants me to write the equation again. Remember, always change the sign of your x and your y. So -4 becomes +4, so it can't be A, B, or C. And then change 9 to -9. So now I know it's either D or E. And my radius is 7, so 7 squared is 49, so my answer is D. Okay, now number 6 is a doozy, okay? Number 6 would be a question I would not put on a test or anything because it takes a lot of thought on this question, okay? I'm going to show you a little shortcut on this one instead of the math. The math can be a little overwhelming, okay? So if I think about this, it tells me it intersects the y-axis at 0, 2. So I'm going to draw a little kind of crude graph over here, 0, 2. And then again at 0, -14. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right? And so on. So I know it's something like this. Now, it also tells me that the circle has a radius of 10. Well, that's more than 10 apart. That's 16, okay? So I know my center has to be to the left or the right of this, okay? So it comes around and kind of hits those 2 points this way or hits those 2 points this way. I'm sorry, you probably didn't see any of that. So see, my center has to be either here or here, so that way it'll hit on these 2 spots, okay? So if I'm thinking about that, so now I know my center has to be left or right of my y-axis. So the only ones that are left and right of it are 6, -6, because that'd be 6, -6 would be here, or -6, -6, which would be here. If my center was here, then it wouldn't hit at -2 or at 2 and -14, because at 0 and -6, if my radius was 10, it would hit at 4, right? And -16, all right? So when I'm looking at this, it has to be only 1, or I think that was supposed to be a 3, and they put a 2. So 1 and 3 only. So my answer is J. Now, if we looked at the math behind this, you would have to take and plug in your ordered pairs here and see if you got 10 as your radius, okay? And that would take some time. ACT, we don't have time. So I hope that's helpful. If you're interested in the actual math behind number 6, shoot me an email and I will make a little video and go through it with you and share it to you, okay? Otherwise, that's 4 through 6.